Oh, that last episode was hilarious. Well, welcome to this episode. My name's Ross. I'm one of the Danger Club podcast, and you could say I'm the most important member of the Danger Club. Everyone always talks about me. I just want to say, hope you have a wonderful episode, and this is hilarious. See you later.
Previously on the Danger Club podcast.
What's a house of messages?
Is there a post office?
Yeah, there's a post office.
Lord Vandervale and his wife, Lady Eleanor, cordially request the presence of the Danger Club at the wedding of their son, Hadley, and Miss Aika. Ceremony
Ike's
to be...
getting married?
Airships.
Airship.
Hadals! Captain Gumbo.
What was the criminal called?
Gag, gag.
Gumbo! You cheated me! The adventure continues now.
Action. Lights, camera, action.
The timer is turned. The window is sealed. We're locked in what is going to be a very, very hot room by the end of today, I'm sure. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Danger Club podcast.
No,
we have a...
Otherwise, you'd literally have to leave right now, John, because it's
You're right.
It's set on
John,
your
I was just about to say I've got to go.
It didn't take us. It didn't take us 5 hours to set up.
Yeah,
The Pope tells the time.
This
up in
is
the
our
corner.
the Pope.
This is our third record in our new studio with a I'm sure that haunted broken clock wasn't there when we recorded last time. It feels
Yeah,
like it's
no, I
just,
don't remember
I'm
it
not
being
even
there.
sure if the big moon on the ceiling is new. That seems to have
I just
appeared.
like
tell you
to
what
add
is-
new
There's a
things.
message behind you, Dan, that says, "Will you marry me?"
I know.
So-
This is to lull you into a false sense of security every fight. You're just going to look up and be like, oh, romance,
Right,
and then I
right.
get you.
Although the upside down is creeping closer and closer towards us. So,
definitely
It is.
crawling
Proper
up the
mushrooms
wall.
there, aren't they? Proper fungus.
Genuine fungus.
Is anyone worried about asbestos? 'Cause,
Harvester.
nah,
Bit of asbestos.
you know, like a little bit of that can get in your lungs.
Do you know
and
what?
You can literally die.
If you are concerned
20
about
years
it,
later.
the building has been cleared of all asbestos.
Oh, well, that's good.
One of
that-
the only
yeah, 100%?
advantages to having 1,000 contractors and builders come around to do all of the pointless
Yeah,
things they
yeah.
did to this building was we had some people come around and get rid of all the asbestos
Yeah.
and literally test everything. And do you know how they test it? Just drill a hole in it.
Do they? Is that what they do?
There you go, mate. And then they test the dust
Have a
inside.
little look.
There it
Got
goes
cancer
right.
yet?
Bad, isn't it?
Yeah, just drilling holes in shit. That's what they did all day.
Asbestos. They just like built buildings with it for like year, like I don't know how many years, but like 50 years, didn't they? Just
Oh, yeah, it was one of the wonder materials.
It was very
it's
cheap
incredible
to use,
insulator.
yeah.
It's cheap to use. Yeah, post-war they slapped up everywhere for insulation.
gives you leukemia.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they
mate.
make...
I don't know if this is a uniquely British thing, like non-UK Dangerlings. Let us know. Are all of your post-war buildings made out of like cancer bricks? Because it's just, or is it just a weird thing here in
Just
the
big
UK?
bricks of cancer.
It was-
We found a new use for cancer, lads.
Yes, yeah.
You cut it out of the humans and you build stuff out of it.
Yeah.
Hardy stuff.
Well, it was the post-war, so we had lots of artillery shells and stuff like that. So we just made them in houses. Half the East End's explosive.
Did they make them out of Did they make jackets out of them, like the season 1 of Danger Things that I've been really listening to? Yeah.
Jackets out.
That was
Jackets of
almost a sentence.
cancer?
That was almost.
Are you talking about? So you're talking about
sleep.
cancer jackets?
Yeah, or the polystyrene jacket.
Polystyrene jackets. Yes, that.
Jackets.
Yeah, that classic.
Yeah, because you know that it's way after the war, polystyrene. Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
plastics weren't even invented yet.
Yeah, so-
yeah.
Have you been working on some Kids on Bikes Danger Things stuff at the moment then?
Maybe.
Is it
I've
coming
been-
back? Is it?
Oh yeah, it's coming back. Like
Wow.
season 2 of Stranger Things, or It 2,
Yeah.
part 2, or whatever.
How many sequels are you going to list in this?
How many? How old? Well, are
It's going to be the
our
90s.
characters
I think
grown
it's
up?
going to be the 90s.
Yeah, you are all grown up. I've all worked
Really?
it out. Worked out what year you would be in. What if you were the age you were back in 1984?
Be in college. Or maybe in a job. Oh my God, we'd be in a job.
All of you are
I'd be a similar age.
Yeah, all of you are basically near the end of your college days.
So kind of the age that we were all basically playing when we were supposed to be playing much younger kids in season 1.
It's kind of like every American TV show, isn't it? You know, 30-year-olds playing 20-year-olds and 40-year-olds playing 50-year-olds, you know.
Yeah, look at the cast of Grease, man.
Yeah.
No one under 40 in that whole thing, man.
Yeah. But it was hard actually playing child characters, wasn't it? It's just like, God, I'm so far removed from being a kid now. And Drum's got, I've got a gun. It's like,
well, no. That was a like character choice thing for, like, you know, in those kinds of films, in the Goonies and stuff. There's always one character who, for some reason or other, has access to like weaponry and dangerous shit.
It's just
because
you're
their
the youngest.
dad is a policeman.
It's just because you were the youngest one. You were the 11-year-old.
Was I the youngest one?
You were the youngest one. You were 11 years old, yeah.
I didn't.
and you were like, don't worry, Ron, I've got a gun. It's like,
Imagine an 11-year-old doing it. I got a gun! Yay!
Let's go get the bad guys.
I mean, that happens. We shouldn't laugh about it.
Right. I mean, it was, the 80s had different health and safety standards, you know.
It was the 80s.
If you had a gun, you had to keep it on a top shelf, something like that. Because that was a safety there. It's like,
made me laugh. So I was watching Iron Man 2 with Oaken yesterday.
It's a sequel day. Sequel.
Yeah, it's sequel day. That's why we're doing this.
Yeah.
And you know the bit where he has the party in his suit, right?
Yeah.
I remember when I watched that in the cinema, thinking like it's really hilarious and funny. And when I watched it yesterday, I was like, oh my God, what are you doing? Like, I don't know, that like I had a very different reaction to it watching it, you know, since watching it in the cinema. I don't know, I just thought it was like, Tony's in his Iron Man suit getting drunk and going, but obviously I at the time of watching it missed the fucking point, because obviously he's wearing a very dangerous machine and getting drunk and like blowing melons out of the air and stuff, which is why they have to like, you know, come in and give him a why are you staring at me like that?
You're speaking.
Because you're speaking.
Why is everyone looking at me?
Now this is clearly.
I don't know why they're looking at me.
Now this is sort of having a young family. I think it's like, oh my God, you're all actually paying attention to me. Normally it's either one and the rest of it is chaos. It's just like, no, everyone's just sitting quietly listening.
Everyone's listening to it. I'm not used to it. No. Well, no. I just it was a thing that I noticed in that, like, I can't remember how old I was. Was it 2010 that came out?
It's depressingly long time ago now.
I wouldn't be surprised.
No, it would have been
earlier.
2014, I think. I'm going to guess.
Really?
No.
I'm going to look it up. You'll be surprised.
It was like 2018.
Was it 2010?
I was way off.
Okay, all right, 2010.
Because the original
was 2008.
Yeah.
So the first one was 2008, and then the first one I went to see because the first one I went to see with Holly was Captain America, I think.
Oh.
The first Avenger.
The first Avenger. That was her first.
Good movie.
Her first Marvel film that she ever saw.
And now they're just plateauing, ever since then.
Also, they had a spike with the last one. We're not going to do too many spoilers, but you know.
And it's a ridiculous point, but something's just struck me as like, what a rubbish name for a team, the Avengers. It's like, so you're going to let something terrible happen and then avenge it?
Well, they play on that. They talk about that. They do talk about that. Like, Tony Stark does go with the Avengers, that's what we call ourselves. And then later on in Endgame, he's like, with the Avengers, we're not the pre-Vengers, you know. So he does actually reference the fact that it is a shit name.
Yeah, and also, you know, like, they don't come together as a team until they have something to avenge.
Yeah. Oh no, something terrible's happened. Let's gang together and beat up the
Let's
people
just watch
responsible.
it until after. Okay. All right, now let's go.
No, look, hang
The
on.
thing I love about
finished.
that is in continuity there is literally a team called the Defenders, and Tony Stark doesn't know their name, so he comes up with everything.
Yeah.
It's a very Tony Stark thing. Oh, well, will you be able to defend or avenge this encounter here? Because you are facing down Doug Gug. I can't believe
Doug
that's
Gug.
Doug Gug. I can't believe that was the
and
name
like,
out of nowhere.
can you tell us more? What are we allowed to know about him?
What can we
before
know
we start
about
the
Doug
game?
Gug before we fly into this thing?
Yes,
Well,
I'd like to
I
know
can tell you a
so.
few little things about this situation. So when we left off last time, you had reunited with Captain Gumbo.
Yay!
Yay, Captain Gumbo. He's got an airship, which he's offering to take you to Magnamar with, so you can go to the wedding of Ica and some
Ica.
guy called
Ica.
Hadley. But before you could set sail, or how do you set air? How do you take?
Oh, I think you'd set sail.
take off.
Yeah.
You take off. It's got sail.
Oh God, I can't believe Scott's not here for
I
this.
know,
one.
yeah.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
gonna be the
shit.
entire
Especially
It's a
because
whole
this is,
trip.
Yeah,
It's
the
just gonna be a
whole.
Because he won't have heard that we were doing this either, because the episode hasn't come out yet, has he?
Yeah,
So
right,
he's got
right, right.
no idea.
Oh my God, it's gonna be so bad.
we are
Scott.
drawing lots over who has to tell him.
Scott, I am genuinely sorry about this. I think in the previous episode, I think we were laughing and
Yeah,
I was
we were
like,
laughing about
oh,
it,
he's
but
gonna.
no.
But I'm so sorry.
I'm genuinely a bit worried about how mad he's gonna be.
I mean, I said I love you, Scott, in the last episode. You lot are fucked.
Yeah, but-
Oh, that's the out, is it? That's
wow.
you think that's going to save you?
I'm just
You
along
think
for the
he cares
ride.
about
man.
love
Scott.
when airships are involved.
I can't
yeah.
believe they did this to you, mate.
ultimately, the responsibility rests on the guy at the end of the table. So that would be Dan. Sorry, Dan.
Yeah,
You
Dan.
mismanaged the storytelling
Sit
to
there
me.
being
Scott
like,
wasn't
he's-
here for his favourite bit.
He's going to love this. There's going to be
Although-
some. There's our orc comedy club.
Yeah.
And there's a whole airship sequence. He nearly missed the bloody comedy club. I'm actually.
Yeah, right.
Caragor's missed the entire. I feel like he's missing the entire thing with his mate who had the shot.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Well, to be fair, we've got to beat this guy first. So maybe he's missing a
Yeah,
TPK.
true, yeah.
Maybe he'll come
Maybe.
back and there's just Caragor on the airship, and the rest of us just.
Caragor and the airship. It's a whole new adventure.
I mean, technically, we don't actually have to kill him. You know, we could just run away.
Well,
Just be
Caragor.
like,
We don't have to kill Caragor at all. What are you talking about, man?
Let's kill
Jeez.
Caragor. Kill Caragor.
It's your choice. So you're currently in a big airship hangar. So there's like there's a big, very big kind of dock area, and then there's a lowered. It's like if you imagine like a dry dock for ships. There's like it drops
Yeah.
down about sort of 30 feet, and then there's a lower level there. Gumbo's airship is anchored in the dry dock bit, so it's still kind of gas balloons are inflated, and it is kind of hanging there, moored up. You don't know how ready to fly it is. There are big doors at the end of the warehouse that are closed. There is a small door at the other end of the warehouse, about 130 feet from where you are. So big warehouse, big hangar, basically. This door is open, and in has come this guy called Doug Gug, who is supposedly a fearsome gangster who used to own the airship. Let me describe Doug Gug for you. Doug Gug is over 8 feet tall. He is enormous. He is rippling with muscle. So he's a large creature, so he's going to have reach. So think about that. He'll be able to get you from further away than he would normally. His head splits in 4 places, like kind of like the Demogorgon in Stranger Things. Opens up and it's just full of teeth, and he's got little beady eyes on the top of it. His arms, he's got 2 huge muscular arms, and they split at the elbow into 2 sets of forearms. So he has 4 arms.
I bet he's got so many attacks.
He's probably got a lot of attacks. Like the look of him, you get the feeling he probably hits like a freight train, and he looks pretty fast as well. This could be quite a situation, Dage Club. There are very few episodes. Every now and then there are episodes where I drop you guys a message before, and I'm just like, maybe just check your spells before this one. Because this guy...
We all did that, right?
So,
I don't have spells, mate. Hitty, hitty, bang, bang.
well, a magical creature?
Hard to tell. Anything more than that, I'm going to want some knowledge checks in your go. And remember, with your knowledge checks, because we've done a few knowledge checks on creatures, but remember, you can ask me anything about this creature. We tend to be like, what's its resistances, or what is it weak against? But you can be like, what's its AC? How many hit points does it have? You can ask specific stuff like that if you want to know it. We can do that if that is useful for you. And with that done,
And that's a knowledge.
it's a for this. You would have to ask me what is a gug. Let's have a look. It's an aberration, which is probably occultism.
I've got +1 on that. I might try that and ask how many hit points it has.
Yeah. The old Dangerlings are already yelling at me for it because they'll know what it is. I think it's occultism. We'll come back to it on that because before we do, that's all right. It's a sensible thing. I've literally just told you to roll a knowledge check and then be like, don't know what you.
Dan, I'm so sorry, but your mic is facing your ear. Even when you're square onto it.
I've got a very entertaining ear.
You have got a very entertaining ear, but that is much better. You sound like smooth chocolate now.
The Dangerlings want to hear the ear.
I want to hear Gug. Yeah, I want to hear James blowing in his nose.
I thought I was covered over. It was a quiet one. Literally.
Never quiet.
Thank you,
I'm not
hay
going to
fever
cut
and
this.
dust.
But a quiet one for you, James.
It's all the asbestos, mate.
Yeah.
It's getting right on my nose.
Oh, well, let's. It is indeed occultism. Well, let's see if he can mess up your day like a brick full of asbestos. Danger Club, roll for initiative.
I've got asbestos up my nose.
I'm actually going to roll dice these games.
Oh, exciting.
Yeah, I'm also going to roll dice because I found my dice. Yay!
I shouldn't have because I rolled shit.
While you're all rolling, I'll say a big thank you to Stu Jackson for our lovely coasters. Which I forgot to bring to the record. So if you hear the sound of drinks being put down for a couple more episodes.
We'll pretend.
Yeah.
That's such a cool coaster.
Oh, it feels so good in the hand, doesn't it? Like, hey, catch this drum.
Whoa, amazing.
They make good frisbees as well, these coasters.
The drum went really method then and caught his own bottle in his hand to really feel it.
That was impressive. On our Instagram, Danger Club Podcast on Instagram, if you want to see a little reel of unboxing those wonderful things, which was brave of me because I did it live and I had no idea what they were. Could have been anything.
Could have been anything.
Could have been anything. Right, let's get some
spiders.
Let's get some initiative. Bubba Von Hoops.
27.
A 27.
Steaming it.
27 ain't bad. We're going drum and bow skill.
It's a natch 20, which makes it a 37, I believe.
Oh, do you know what?
37.
37.
so.
20, yeah, 27.
Yeah.
I just like
You
any
just
time
use
someone
your-
gets high roll, kind of like, sorry, can I just audit this and just want to double check?
Yeah.
Let's go around Vel, Cam, like James.
Just as I roll well, it's a 30. I thought I was well chuffed for that, and of course, no.
Should be happy with that.
I thought mine was good.
Wait, it's perception, isn't it?
Yeah, perception.
I just
Plus your
what
initiative
got-
bonus.
Oh, okay.
It depends what you can roll any skill you
No,
want.
I was just stupid, and I've been playing too much 5e, so I was just like, oh, the initiative bonus is only +2, so I only got 17. But then I forgot that you also had your perception as well.
And you have a bonus to initiative in general because you're a fighter.
30.
I mean, this isn't fair. It's not fair. I really thought I'd roll well.
Me too.
I was like, 30. Yeah, get
38.
in.
I'm like last in the fucking queue, man.
Just a fun fact for all the Dangerlings. My max initiative is 34. So I got 16, so there we go.
We have got...
No, wait, sorry. Not 30. Oh, shit.
Just piss off.
Is it more than 37?
33.
Oh, it's 33.
33.
My bad.
That does change things. That means...
Oh, yeah. I thought you were going to be going first.
Why is my perception not as good as I thought it was?
Because you're shit.
I'm always good at perception.
Shut up.
Ross, again, don't bring our outside relationship into this.
Love you, baby.
So, I can tell you the good news is that 2 of you go before Doug Gug. Although there's a lot of ground to cover, so there is 130 feet currently between you and Doug Gug. And you may need that space. Shania and Philippe, you are the first ones to react as you realise that this fight is going down. This Gug is coming for you. What you going to do?
All I'm saying, is there's a massive gas balloon probably where he is.
Yeah.
It's actually where you are because you were at the ship with Gumbo.
We're literally on the ship.
Is it just one? I thought it'd be 2,
So we're on the ship and
You're
he's
not
on the ship?
No, you're not on the ship. You're on like the pier. You're like at the main. You're like at the start of the pier. The ship is moored next to it. He's at the kind of the far end of the hangar. He's just come in the door of the hangar.
Okay, so
out
he's
by the
nowhere
street.
near.
He's nowhere near you. Nowhere near the ship.
Let's
You
lure
are
him
close
onto
to
the ship and then blow the ship up.
I know.
Just
Or let's just go.
Because we're talking about the
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, we could do
Just
that.
take off.
Tell
However,
Gumbo.
he's got to go before two of us. So two of us can't get on the...
Is
we're-
Gumbo
are we
gotta
not?
go?
We're not all on the ship yet.
You're not on the ship yet. No, you're on
No, we're
like
on
the
a dock.
pier next to the ship.
Like
So
the
there's
mar-
like
the
the big
marina.
warehouse, then there's a pier that
And-
juts out from
but
it.
he's-
You're on the pier. The ship is anchored next to the pier,
But he's 130
feet away
feet away.
in the rest of the.
How fast can he move?
I guess
have to
that's
do
something
a
that a knowledge
knowledge
check would tell you.
Occultism.
Check if
I'm
you
not
wanted
sure
to
this
do it.
airship's quite the sort of like, Teddy Ruxpin. Off he goes, this
Yeah.
balloon. It's like, this is going to take a while to take.
I'm so glad I'm not the only one who pictures airships like Teddy Ruxpin's airship.
Right?
Because
Teddy
I
Ruxpin.
totally do.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Does Gumbo get a go in the initiative?
Gumbo does get in a go in the initiative. However, remember that Gumbo is pretty shit. So-
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I think I probably need to engage this motherfucker from a distance. Maybe see if I can keep him at a distance, in fact, while people try and cast off the ship. That would be Shania's main thinking. Can
got,
I
like,
do a
wall of-
free sort of shout to everyone?
Yeah, you think
like-
tactically, yes, you can. Shouting's a free action.
Okay, all right, okay. Cast off the fucking ship! Cast off the fucking ship! I'll hold him back, she says.
What's happened to your voice?
What?
It sounded a bit weird.
What do you mean?
Oh, no,
what you
no, it
talking
sounds better
about?
now, so
It's
sorry.
better now? How long has it been since we've done recording? I can't remember.
You just needed a warm-up, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's all right. It's just asbestos. Don't worry about it.
It's up
From
your
the
nose,
airship.
it's up your nose.
You're right. This is the best of. I will show you.
So the plan is now on the game where Scott's not here is he's going to come back and be like, so we went on an airship and also your girlfriend's dead.
All right. She's gonna summon an elemental.
Oh, we're summoning an elemental. What elemental?
Correct. Now I have this at because what level am I now? I'm level.
You are level 8.
Level 8. So I've got this heightened to 6th because it's I think.
I don't think you can cast 6th level spells though, can
No.
you, Drummond?
I've can't
What's
I
the
at level
maximum
7?
level spell you can cast? It's not your level. It's probably I would say 4th level is probably the top level spell.
okay.
Yeah, 4th level.
All right, okay, all right.
So you can
All right,
summon
fourth-
a level
okay,
3
fourth level.
elemental,
A 4th level elemental.
a 3rd level elemental.
A third. Oh,
That's
a
what
third.
heightening it to level 4 does. You can summon a 3rd level element.
Why do they make it so fucking
I
complicated?
actually do agree on this one.
Yeah,
I think
it's
that,
absolutely-
What
I
the
think there
fuck,
should be.
man? Just tell me what I can. For that reason, unfortunately, I'm gonna struggle to pick what I was gonna do because I thought I was summoning a different level.
Let me tell you what we can get
So,
elemental wise.
Can you give me? I'm really sorry about this, guys. If you can give me a quick rundown, I'll pick quickly.
All right.
And in the meantime, I think I'm going to sort of, nod to Philippe to start like unwinding bits that need casting off on the ship or whatever.
All right. 3rd level elementals are a Zephyr Hawk, a Sodhound, a Cinder Rat, which I heard a little while ago in our link up with Band of Badgers. Ed Johnson fought a bunch of Cinder Rats on our live stream show.
Oh, wow.
There we go. A Brine Shark. And
It's not going to be much use to us here.
that's a Psycho Pomp.
Give it a go.
A Living Thunderclap.
A living thunderclap. That sounds quite cool.
An Earthen Destria.
I don't know what that is.
No, it sounds weird. Oh no, you can't do that. Sorry, and you can't do the Thunderclap. That's a level 4. Ignore the Thunderclap. Ignore the clap.
Oh, what? That was the one I was going to go for.
Oh, I know. So your options are
Nothing.
your options are Brine Shark, Cinder Rat, Sodhound, or Zephyr Hawk.
Okay.
Surely Zephyr Hawk.
Well, yeah. Is a Zephyr Hawk like a giant bird?
Yeah, it's like a bird.
Okay, a giant bird.
It's not a guy.
Has it got some attacks?
Just a really
It's got some
80s guy.
attacks. It let's have a look at what it can do. It can fly. It can make wing attacks. It can hit and run. So it can fly. It can fly. Make for 2 actions. It can fly. Make half its speed. Make 2 attacks. Then fly half its speed again.
Okay, yeah, so like sort of coming in, swipe, and off, then come back in, swipe, and off. Yeah, okay, so he's going to do that.
You summon a Zephyr Hawk. Zephyr in the sky at night.
She calls upon the elementals. She goes, Give me something to take out this weird-looking demigod. Oh, hi, bird, how you doing? Okay. Hawk it up, hawk guy.
You summon the hawk. The hawk appears in the air.
I hope it pays
Scratch his fucking eyes out.
I hope it pays Velda a bit of homage before it goes to attack. Just doffs his cap.
and then zooms off into attack.
We will give it the... I haven't got a hawk token, so let's give him... It's Jam Jam. Let's give him Jam Jam's token. Oh, who? We didn't forget Jam Jam. Well, yeah, we forgot Jam Jam.
We forgot him. Jam Jam. He's gone.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The hawk is here.
All right. I shall name you the Feathery Fury. Feathery Fury, go forth. Scratch this guy's face off.
I thought you were just going to say Philippe.
Philippe number 2.
Philippe, because yes.
Philippe.
Feathery Fury.
Philippe.
Attack! And with a beat of its wings, sending. So it's not literally a bird. It's a bird composed of swirling air because it's from the elemental plane of air.
Right,
so it's like a zephyr.
Nice.
As it beats its wings, kicks up dust all around you, and flies in the direction of Doug Gug. Gets about halfway across the room towards it.
Okay, and that's as far as it's going to go
for this round. Right.
Yeah. Fine. And so Then I'd say to Philippe, like, go, get the ship moving.
Okay.
And I don't know what needs to be done to get the ship moving, but can he start doing it?
Can your monkey start preparing an airship flight?
Yeah, like,
has it ever been on
it's just unwinding ropes and stuff.
Easy.
Simple stuff.
Yeah,
A monkey could do it.
We're not on it yet.
This guy's... What? Yeah, we are.
No,
How do you know that we have to unwind?
All right, in that case, I tell him to get on the fucking ship.
Okay.
That's
Yeah, that's better.
Imagine he just unties the rope.
I tell him to get on the ship.
It's just...
I don't have any... I can't move at all, can I?
That would be all of you. If you use... Well, it depends if you... Actually, I think it's 3 actions to cast summon, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
It is, yeah.
3.
That's your whole go.
Yeah.
There you go. So Philippe runs towards the gangplank.
Okay.
You got a mad monkeys in your pocket there? You want to throw out some? I've just got to the one where you use them in my re-listen. Where you use the you're just using mad monkeys to try and solve basic tasks. They just keep ruining. I love that spell. All right, that takes care of Shania Rain and Philippe the Devil Monkey. How about Fulton Battlestone?
Fucking.
Which direction are we going?
What's the fucking goblin?
Get on the boat!
Gumbo!
Hello.
How do you get this thing going?
Oh, that's a very good question. He takes out a book. He's like, I can't read. It's like one of those AA manuals.
I take the manual from him and I start walking towards the ship and getting on the ship.
Start reading. Just guys.
I get on the ship and I start reading. What's the first page? Does it have
Welcome to your airship manual. To use this guide.
Thank you for purchasing the Airship 2020.
Don't say 2020.
Never say 2020.
No. It's a disaster.
We're not going back there. Okay.
Yeah, going back.
No,
it'd be great. It's a
airship or no airship.
Thank you for purchasing the Hindenburg 400.
God. Yeah, too
Hindenburg
soon.
400.
Too soon.
AKA Titanic. Yeah, Titanic
so you
of
can
the air.
with your dwarven movement, you can get about halfway up the gangplank if you want to have a spare action to read some of the book.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
And I also can I just look as well at how many ropes I can see? Is that
Yeah,
can I do
that's
that?
fine. Let me see.
Like-
Gosh, what kind of a roll should we use to rapidly disseminate information from an instruction manual on flying airships?
And looking at the airship, I guess.
Well, would it be
I think.
law?
What's your law skill? Your law is blacksmithing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I would take an Arcana because it is it's built by wizards, or I would take I'd take Perception to just flip through the book and find some and see if you can find useful things.
Yeah, let's go for Perception because that's the best one I've got.
I do like the way you're boldly taking this on. It's like, yeah, dwarves, airships. It's like, no, this isn't the Warhammer universe. Like, this is a wizard's job, but you go for it.
Oh, do you remember the Dwarven gyrocopter from Warhammer? Wasn't that the coolest
They were
little
cool.
thing?
Yeah. And they'd all sorts of wicked things.
And so unstable. Tiny little plastic base, this huge lump of lead on top of it that would just fall over.
Yeah.
Didn't they have to stop making them out of certain
that's
material?
They used to make them out of lead.
That's some of our generation's asbestos. Was we sitting around putting lead models in our mouths when we were kids? That's our that's the boogeyman waiting for us when we
sat there
hit 50.
playing around and painting lead models.
Now they do it in vapes, apparently.
What,
Vapes.
Warhammer models?
Yeah, there's like nickel and there's
like lead and
shit. All of the vapes they're testing, they're all illegal.
Excellent.
Wow.
Stop vaping, people. It's bad for you. As someone who was the first person to ever vape.
The first, that's a
you
bold
weren't.
claim, Colin Hubbard.
That's a bold claim.
I remember back in the day-
in this friendship group, you're not the first person to start vaping.
I guarantee you I was. Back in the day.
Really?
What'd you stop with
Never
vape?
seen you
When
vape.
we was at LBE, I was vaping.
You were vaping out.
I was vaping before vape was
I
even
was
known
vaping
as
long
vape.
before that. What was your first vape?
It was called e-cigarettes, right?
Yeah,
Back in the day when they were called
E-lights, mate. I was
e-cigarettes.
on
I had
those.
e-lights.
Before you
Me
were,
too.
mate. You
I had
can't remember
e-lights.
the name of them.
I had e-lights way back in the day. We'll get the email
now
up.
you don't. Now you remember.
Are those the ones that look like cigarettes? And
Yeah,
the
exactly.
blue
And
little,
they have a green, like, yeah. I
You
remember
could get the orange ones as well, but like...
They were waste, man, weren't they?
Yeah, man. They were so expensive for
Let's have a look on our emails and see who's got the e-lights first, yeah?
Oh my
Yeah, I will die on this hill.
A genuine vape off, man. Here on the Danger Club.
But don't.
I got a
Just stop doing it, man.
dirty 20.
Got a dirty 20 on
Back
it.
to the game.
Okay. So you're not 100% sure on the operation of this airship, but you do manage to work out that there are 6 ropes attaching it to the dock. You reckon they would all have to be?
It's floating, isn't it? It's not just.
floating.
It's
No,
not going to go.
you can't do it.
You've got to start puffing on the balloons.
It's floating. You reckon you would have the 6 ropes that would need cutting, and also the doors of the hangar are currently closed.
Oh, for fuck's! Do you have to? Could you go up to the door? Could you go up to the door in the ship and then get off on the gangway and then open the door, or do you have to go off the thing, go up to where the door is, and do it that way?
You can see the release mechanism on the door. You could reckon it would be a jump, but you could get from the ship to where that is, or you could just run along the dock to where the thing is and open it from there.
And it's not where he is it?
No, he's the other end.
opposite
He's
side.
coming to. Trouble is, he in a moment will start getting rapidly closer, and you could end up cornered on the dock with him coming towards you and everyone else on the ship.
Do we just smash through the door?
No.
Does it look?
This thing's got balloons on it.
Yeah.
Balloons don't smash through doors. Doors smash balloons.
Who's someone? One of you.
I remember that workshop at school.
Yeah. Oil and water do not mix, and balloons smash doors.
One of you could fly, hover over to unlock the thing when we're on it. Let's get the ropes cut.
Right,
All right, cool.
okay.
I feed that back to everyone. There's 4 ropes. We need to cut them. And
6!
The 6 ropes and the doors are shut, so we need to get them open as well. Come on, you fucker.
Thanks for the info, Felton.
You're welcome. I can't really read anything else.
Cool, just put the book there, I'll read it.
Okay, I'll leave it on the floor for you.
Put it on the table.
Put it on the floor. Sorry. I'm on the gangway.
He's only got a free action left. Thornton just looks at you and just drops the book on the floor.
It's on the gangway now, so don't trip over it and knock it down the thing.
Oh, Doug Gog now takes his go. Initiative of 31.
I bet he can move. He's going to move double, isn't he? So he's going to move.
He uses all 3 move actions to run across the room towards you.
That's 120. If he's a creature, isn't he? So he's going to be able to move.
He's a large creature as well, so he's got a big old stride.
I bet it's 40 feet.
Lucky our tank's there.
He uses all 3 actions, and at the end of his action, he is 20 feet from Shania, Velda, and Bubba. So this behemoth just pounds down, roaring, just running down the thing, and just closes the width of the warehouse in one go. But that is all of his actions.
I mean,
he is now...
Technically, the hawk's coming for him. So as he gets closer,
he runs straight past the hawk.
Past the hawk?
He runs past he cares not for the hawk at this stage. He is coming maybe for Gumbo, but he does not think to attack
and then the hawk doesn't attack him because that's what it was going to do.
The hawk does not have attack of opportunity, so the hawk can act in its go. But
right.
Damn hawk!
All right. Fair enough.
It's quite a funny image though, sort of like air hawk, shoo, and then the guy just runs straight past. He's like,
hey, I was coming for you.
Literally coming for you, man.
Its arse.
Yeah. Licking its arse. That's not what birds do.
Yeah, they do.
Birds with their incredibly tensile tongues that they have.
Cats are not birds, Ross. Yeah, you've got this wrong.
Bubba Von Hoops, it is your go.
Is it me?
It's you.
All right, so Bubba would like to cast Phantasmal Killer.
Ooh,
Phantasmal
here
Killer.
we go.
Good old Phantasmal Killer, eh? So, I create a phantasmal image of the most fearsome creature imaginable to the target. Only the spell's target can see the killer, though I can see a little vague shape of it. The effect of the killer is based on the outcome of the target's will save. So let's do that first.
Is he really scared? What is he really scared of? A giant vape or asbestos monster?
Yes. It'll be his friend saying that I vaped before him.
A vape made of asbestos is what he's really afraid of.
Yeah,
blowing asbestos at everyone.
Vaping asbestos.
So
my new album,
Daniel,
out just in time for Christmas.
It doesn't have the immobilize trait. I thought it would. I thought there's something about the level of this creature might affect it, but it doesn't. Okay, so a horrific scene, a sort of a shimmering sight appears before the creature and starts hovering there. What does it need to do first? It needs to make a...
So, it's basically a will save.
Will save first.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go for the will save. First of all, he's rolling bad moon. He's not rolling bad moon. He's rolling roll 20. The numbers are too big for this. It's a 32.
Well, that is a success.
Okay.
Right. The target still takes 4d6 mental damage and is frightened 1.
Oof.
So there you go. 4d6. Let's do that. It's 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage. You've drawn first blood against this creature.
And then I'd like to use my other action to get on the ship.
Okay. Takes 11 points of damage. It's frightened 1. And with your other action, you move 25 feet towards the ship. 5, 10, 15, 20... 25. You start running along the dock towards the gangplank.
There you go.
Interesting. Velda Canblight.
Velda's sort of having this conversation with Fulton. Turns around, sees them like, nope, and casts fly.
Absolutely the right call in this situation.
Yep.
Or maybe I should have just done that.
So he casts fly and then uses his remaining action to fly sort of diagonally up and back away from that guy. So it'll be like 30 feet, I think.
Yep,
30 feet, zoop, straight up. Proper Marvel style.
Amazing. So you just
Bye.
Can we cut here and I'll go back and do the same? I just immediately thought we were going to fight it.
I'm going to fight it, but I'm not going to go toe to toe with it. I mean, I'm the wizard. Literally, he just go and just pull me in half immediately, and I'm like, no.
How does how would Bubba feel about being a Tengu who flies? Is that too close? Is that too bird-like for him?
Nah, he's all right.
I'd like to think
other things fly, you know. He's
I'd like to think he'd embrace it and be like the Hawkmen in Flash Gordon and sort of slowly flap his arms in a completely it would never keep him up. But it's like,
maybe he needs to meet a bird and just make friends with a bird, and then all of this can just go to bed.
Like, this is traumatic enough for Bubba as it is. Like, you're being defended by a bird. He might have to fly to get away from this. He's had to come up with a lot of truths. All right, it's Captain Gumbo's go.
Captain Gumbo kills him.
Gumbo tanks it now. Gumbo follows Fulton, uses all 3 moves to run onto the gangplank, and
oh shit, is it only Bubba left on the gangplank?
No,
so on the dock so far, on the dock now is Shania, who is has the creature bearing right down on her.
Oh jeez.
Then you got Bubba, who's sort of halfway to the gangplank because he's 1 move action to get to it. Then you got Philippe, who is just at the end of the gangplank, and then you've got because he was slightly closer to it to start with, and then you've got Fulton, who is sort of halfway along the gangplank because he used a couple of move actions to get there.
All right,
and it is round 2.
Fight
so far.
All right.
Only damage done has been by the Danger Club. This thing hasn't done any damage to you yet.
Good.
Let's see if that changes, because we know from this we got 2 rounds, 2 people going, and then the creatures going. So, Shania Rain, you're up.
Okay, so first thing is that Shania is going to cast Fear on the creature.
Ooh, Shania casts Fear on
what
the
do I
creature.
use?
It makes
a will save.
It makes a will save. So
against. Is it my...
It's against your spell DC.
Spell DC,
It is, and it's got a -1 to this because it's already afraid.
It's already afraid, isn't it? Yeah.
That's a 28.
It's a success.
What does a success do?
Success means that it's only frightened 1.
Only frightened 1, it's already frightened 1, but it does refresh. It means
so does that mean it's frightened 2?
No, it doesn't stack, but it means that it will extend the duration until your next turn instead of Bubba's next turn. So it's afraid for a little bit longer. It looks a little worried.
Okay.
That's 2 actions.
So that's 2 actions. Shania is going to move away with her last action.
Yep.
So move, closer to Philippe and all the others so that she is further away from it. But presumably the bird can attack as well, right?
The bird should be able to attack. The bird should be able to. Let me have a look. Dangerlix, I apologise if my mic technique is atrocious on this one. It's a Roll20 app, everyone.
Why are you apologising to them? It's me you should be apologising to. I'm the one sitting here having to listen to it.
Don't look at the Dangerlings. The Dangerlings can't help you now.
Yeah. No, it's all right, Dan. There's love.
I am the Dangerlings now. Look at me. Right, okay. You overtake Bubba and run towards the the gangplank. The hawk.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Fear hawk.
Now Bubba's the closest. Oh my god.
Apart from the hawk, don't worry, the hawk's there.
Bubba is the closest.
Made out of wind.
As is the Phantasmal Killer, to be honest.
And the Phantasmal Killer as well.
So
both our magical attacks are still in play.
There's a chance that
he is a little afraid. So go ahead and we'll say it can make it. Say it's in. I think it's in range. To do its wing attack.
What do I do?
Go ahead and make yourself an attack roll. So roll a d20. The attack bonus from the creature is 11.
Okay. It's a natural 20.
Oh, the hawk! Yes, a natural. It's a critical hawk.
Yeah, boy.
Now that's an 80s name.
Critical hawk. Yes. All right, critical hawk.
Dear Drumble.
Yes.
Have yourself a critical
Okay. What kind of attack does this hawk do? It's
slashing?
with his talons.
Hawky ones.
I think actually it might be
Piercing?
It's a wing attack, so it might be. It's slashing.
Slashing. All right, let's see what happens with the slashing.
Slash.
Muscle wound.
Oh,
The target is enfeebled 2 until healed.
Oh, wow.
Plus, it's double damage, presumably, right?
it is double damage. Yeah.
I don't know why I throw for the damage. Sorry.
So, no, that's all right. Don't apologise for me for not having the stat block for a creature you didn't know existed 2 minutes ago. That's
Yeah,
fine.
drum.
Yeah.
How dare you? 1d8 plus 4 and then double it.
Okay, 1d8 plus 4 and then double it.
Oh my.
It's a natural 8. Plus 4, which is 10 and 20 points,
20 points of
of
damage.
Thanks very much.
You don't damage
24
the-
points.
24 points.
24 points.
Yeah.
24
because it's 12. Because it's plus 4 to your 8.
Oh, yeah,
And then,
yeah.
24 points of damage.
24 points of
course it
damage.
is.
And it's enfeebled 2. God
frightened
damn.
one.
2 and frightened 1. Yeah.
The max. Hang on, that is the max damage that
Yes.
creature could have possibly
That's
caused.
yeah. That's
That doesn't happen often. Because normally crits are sort of like,
Max
a little-
damage.
Max damage, critical hawk.
Hi, my name's
Is it
Max
just get
Damage.
one attack? Is that right? Or?
Just gets the one
Yeah,
attack.
okay.
Yeah.
I am so. This is. Oh my God.
All right.
So many good words in that sentence.
Yeah.
There we go.
That
Max
was-
damage from critical hawk
Yeah.
equals.
That
The new
was-
album out now. Buy it on cassette or CD.
I like the idea that it might be like sort of proper 80s schlock guitars,
Oh, yeah.
but with a synth like bass. You know what I mean? Like,
He's the sort of rocker who'd have a tie. You know what I mean? Sort of undone at the top. Just be like,
yeah. Oh man, there was a guy that I saw who was like that. He was like in this really neat. He was like really skinny, really long hair, a tiny little mustache, and like a thin tie. And it was like proper metal. And I can't remember what his name was now, but
Max
like
Damage.
he kept saying it. He kept saying his name. He's like Electro Demon, like whatever the fuck it was. It was so fucking cool.
Sick.
Yeah.
Well,
Anyway.
Critical Hawk lands a critical hit, which deals some significant damage, and enfeebled means it's taking a -2 penalty to attack rolls and damage rolls.
Okay.
And it's until it's healed, so unless it's got some healing, that's going to be on there the whole fight.
Fantastic.
Things
Is it
looking
just
bad.
he's just on his own? He hasn't got any like goons with
No,
him?
I said he was a gangster. I didn't say he was a crime boss. He's like he's independent. He's like the guys in. He's like one of the guys in Lock, Stock who gets mixed up in it all. You know, it's just
Can everyone stop getting shot?
What the fuck is going on, man?
And Philippe, of course, as well.
Philippe. Yes.
Is well, he's there. Have we worked out what has to be done to get the ship up in the air?
That's up to Fulton has been the one looking into that.
Okay, so Fulton, could you share
I've said that there's 6 things. All I know so far is that James asked. Well, Velda asked me to drop the book, and then he flew away.
no, that's not entirely true. So could you put the book down so someone else
Yeah,
could
but you
read
haven't-
it?
yeah, but
so
you-
you dropped it on the gangplank.
Yeah, but you haven't. I thought
Is
you were
Philippe
going
still on
to.
the gangplank?
I will do, but I
Philippe
want
is
to get away
almost
from
on the
massive,
gangplank.
massive.
He's next to
terror.
you. You're both at the end. You're both at the start of the gangplank, about to run up onto the boat.
Okay, that's including my retreat.
That's
yeah?
including your retreat.
Okay, can Philippe retreat up the gangplank, grabbing the book on the way?
So that would be 2 actions. So he can, because picking up the book is an action. Moving
Okay.
is an action. So
But
he
he
can move
can do
to
that,
the book. He's only got 1 action.
Has he? I thought he had 2 now.
He's got 2 actions if you give him one of your actions, which you can do if you want to stay standing right in front of the.
Well, no,
the
I don't
freight
want to
train
do
monster.
that, do I, Dan? Obviously.
Just giving you your options.
Yeah, fine. Philippe picks up the book.
Philippe is not standing next to the book. Like I say,
He
Philippe.
walks up to the book.
I love that in my mind now. Philippe's got a real sort of like sassy.
just like,
Yeah.
Fine, I walk up to the book.
Stands by the book.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
I've got the
I'm
book.
here. I'll pick it up next time.
Philippe walks up to the book. Fulton,
Yeah.
it's your go. Pick up the book, run away.
So I'm halfway up the gang.
You're halfway at the gangplank. Right next to you, basically, at the
Yeah,
moment,
yeah.
are Captain Gumbo and Philippe.
Do you want me to tank this thing, or am I cutting the ropes?
Are you talking to Dan?
No.
Oh, you were oddly looking at Dan when you asked that.
The players.
I mean, Bubba's in its kind of range.
How far away am I from him?
If you want an answer as Velda would tell you that there's no way we're going to be able to get this airship in the air before he's going to be all over us. So we're going to have to fight the dude.
I think
How
it's
far away
inevitable.
is he?
Yeah, inevitable.
From you,
Inevitable.
from you is 75 feet from you because you ran halfway up the gangplank. So to turn around and run back, you couldn't get into melee with him in this one round. You could you could make yourself the first thing he'll meet, but
I'll do that.
Can you buy some stilts? Is that all right? Can you do that? Just get some of those kangaroo bouncy stilts.
Just some springs on it.
I need some magical shoes or something that gives me more
magical shoes. Fulton's magical shoes.
Welcome to Fulton's magical shoes.
Oh, I was thinking more of it's like a cartoon series, but you could have as a documentary of just
like Jamie and the Magic Torch, that sort of vibe.
God, yeah.
That
also came to my school.
Very bold. You
pick us someone your own size.
If you've got anything you want to do with one action, you could get kind of just past Bubba and still have one action left if you want. It depends, or you can just move right up close to him. If you've got a one action thing that you want to throw in.
But I can't. I haven't got the reach, right?
There's no way you're going to get in reach of him to attack in this one. You're still, even with 3 moves, you're 20 feet from him. But you could put yourself in between him and Bubba and still have an action left if you wanted to do a knowledge or a...
Oh, yeah, I'll do a knowledge.
All right.
I'll get in between and then do a knowledge.
Is there something that you do where you make yourself, like, super hench? Like...
Steroids?
No, I feel like there's a thing that you do sometimes where you go, I'll use my first action to, like... like power up.
What do we do? Is that an old campaign? Because
that's
somebody invented Hulk.
That's a Caragor potion thing, isn't it?
Like, Titan wrestler, which means I can like wrestle people that are bigger than me.
You mean the perfect skill?
Oh, right, but do you need to put that in place before you can use it, kind of thing? No. You could just use that anyway.
You could raise a shield, but you haven't got a shield. You could take cover, but there's no cover.
No, I'm going to do
do your knowledge. All right, so if you don't have any sort of specific law that affects this, so it's an occultism check.
Ooh. 16.
16? You don't know anything.
Oh, well. Come on, you bastard.
It's worth a throw of the die. It's the Gug's go. Doug Gug. As Velda flies out of the way, Shania runs. Bubba, you look back over your shoulder as this thing bears down on you, and just in a second, Fulton is there in between the two of you as the creature comes pounding in, charges up to Fulton Battlestone and reaches for him with one of its disgusting long... it tries to bite Fulton. Reaches out with its teeth. And that is going to be... It's a 34.
From armor class, yeah, that is a hit. It's not a crit, though.
Lucky you. 21 points of damage as it bends down and just clamps the jaws around you and just rips away a load of your flesh.
Well, were you on full hit points when we come in? Okay, all right.
We should all be
everyone's on full. Everyone's got full spells, so that's something. It then goes at you with a claw. Swipes away. Natural 1!
You're scared of the claw.
Please kill yourself.
Yeah.
So I want
embed yourself in your frontal lobe and you die.
That's a Carrie Elwes classic.
There's just a stool there. You trip over, break your neck.
I have actually. I'll give you a little peek behind the curtain. I've taken a card out of the fumble deck,
which is decapitate.
After some, again, that card doesn't exist.
Oh, right.
Has never existed in
Bring
the fumble deck.
it back.
It didn't exist in the first place to come back.
We should make it to then take it out as a point.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no, I've been consulted with some other GMs. Thank you, fellow GMs. I've taken out the one there's one called, it's a magic fumble called Headburst, where you basically make a fortitude save. If you fail, your head explodes.
Yeah, that's madness. That's
and
madness.
It's like, you are automatically killed with no comebacks.
I mean,
and it's like, that's
kind of fun.
It's kind of fun if it happens to a monster.
If
If it happens to a player, it's horrific.
Wait, are you GM cheating on us as well?
I can imagine that happening to one of us.
Strained. Until healed, you are clumsy too.
Oh wow!
So you're clumsy, enfeebled.
It's enfeebled, and you're right. He is enfeebled to have 2 hit points back.
Yeah,
and still frightened.
And he's still frightened.
He's in a world of emotion right now. He's just so wait, he's probably never felt so much in his life.
Was it still 34 to hit? Even with
it would be lowered down to
32.
Yesterday,
31 with the frightened, but it still wouldn't be
definitely going to be a hit.
It's still a hit.
Still a hit.
Okay.
But it could be enough to save you from crits, this kind of thing.
Yeah.
Let's have a little reminder of clumsy. It's now taking a -2 penalty to all dexterity checks, including its armor class and its reflex saves.
We've really hobbled this guy.
Yeah.
It's like, we don't really want to fight you. We just want to make sure that you don't get us.
Yeah.
So it's come in, it's had a bite, it's tried to have a swing, and it's just pulled something in its arm. Dealing with the fact that it's also had its muscle nipped by Critbird, and it's a little bit freaked out by you. But you've also learned that it does a horrible amount of damage. However, that is all it can do for its turn. Are you going to escape? Are you going to turn and fight? Oh, it's getting to that tipping point where you got to make a decision, isn't it? But I think we'll make that decision next week, because that's where we leave it for tonight.
This week's episode was made possible by our amazing patrons. Specifically this week, it's Libby Abnett. Libby, thank you very, very much for helping us make this episode. If you want to be a Dangerling of the Week or get a friend's name read out on the show, go to patreon.com/Danger Club Podcast and join up with the Dangerling of the Week tier over on there. Thank you very much, Libby. Be lucky.